Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Bifrost AMA. We got Crust here, Crust Network, and yeah, we got Lude welcoming us. So, welcome. Thanks for coming, and glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to create some awareness about our project and to let you guys know what we are working on right now.
Awesome. Yeah. Very excited to have you here, and yeah, I've heard of you guys quite a bit and making some noise. So it's exciting to see you guys go for a parachain. So perfect. So yeah. So do you want to start with maybe tell me a little bit about yourself personally, and then we'll get into the project to see how you got.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Lude, actually Ludwig. I'm from Germany, but yeah, everybody calls me Lude. And I'm representing Crust as a global marketing lead right now. I joined Crust around 3 months ago. And before joining Crust, I was working in the software as a service industry and the cloud computing industry. And I worked in different roles as product manager and the area of business development, but also sales and marketing. And yeah, always already had to do within this kind of area, but just in the Web2 ecosystem. And yeah, I joined this vibrant blockchain community actually in the early 2017 as an investor personally and out of curiosity. And yeah, have been addicted to this vibrant and exciting space ever since.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, so many people that stuck around from 2017. That was such a wild ride. I remember I was there too, and it was just such a wild ride. And I think a lot of people that stuck into it and knew that crypto isn't going anywhere. It's a long-term play, and there's a lot of things going on. So awesome, good to hear. So do you want to tell me a little bit about Crust, the project, and the team behind it, and everything? I know you guys are a storage system, but a lot of people maybe know that might be as much as most people know about you guys. But yeah, do you want to go a little bit over that, and then also talk about the team itself too?
Sure. Well, to make it easy, I would say in a nutshell, Crust is a decentralized storage network for the entire Web3 ecosystem. And it's actually built on Polkadot's substrate framework. We provide an incentive layer for the IPFS protocol, I would say most used protocol for distributed storage. And we also utilize blockchain technology to integrate other exciting technologies like the TEE, where we actually perform most of our workload. That's why we are very efficient, and especially more efficient compared to our current competitors, like, for example, Filecoin is. And yeah, we try to enhance security, privacy, performance, and obviously ownership of data with our technology. And all of this is made happen by a team of 25 persons currently. We have our headquarters in Shanghai and Singapore, but we also have smaller teams distributed over the entire globe. As already said, I personally are located in Germany. We also have teams in France, at the West Coast, at the East Coast of the United States. And we actually onboarded quite a few team members within the last couple of months, and especially try to extend our team in Western markets like the US or Europe.
Yeah, I think it's very appropriate to have a distributed team with a distributed network, right? I mean, kind of have to. Yeah, it makes sense, definitely. Awesome.
What's also really interesting is that all our developers, or most of our developers, actually already were in touch with distributed storage technologies before they joined Crust Network. They mostly worked for Microsoft or Cisco. So they're really talented guys working on this. And yeah, we don't have this information yet on our homepage, but we're going to have a bigger update soon. And then you will find all this information regarding to our team also online.
Awesome. Yeah. Speaking, I just thought I'd throw this out there. Speaking on your homepage, so I've been watching you guys for a little while and everything, and I've seen how much I like how you guys put down how much the storage is. I saw that on how much storage you guys are actually hosting. How much? And I think it was when I looked at you guys before, I remember the number being a lot smaller last time I saw, but I looked yesterday and I think you guys are like 2.2 million terabytes, which is a lot of storage already. So you guys have grown a lot, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. That's correct. We just launched our mainnet 4 months ago. So it was the 1st of September to be precise. And since then, we saw continuously growth of our storage capacities. As you already mentioned correctly, we are sitting at around 2,200 petabyte, which is 2,200,000 terabyte exactly.
It's hard to get bigger. Yeah. Very cool.
And what's actually more interesting is that all of this storage is provided by more than 8,000 individual nodes joining our network and providing these resources. And that actually already shows the degree of decentralization our network provides.
You guys have quite a bit. That's awesome. Really, really cool. Yeah, it's amazing. Definitely. So Crust seems to be like a very innovative storage, on the blockchain and everything. So it seems very, very innovative and amazing, the idea. But I know there are some competitors out there. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? What separates you guys from the pack, and I know there's competitors like Arweave out there. Like maybe use that as an example. Like what the differentiator between you guys and Arweave, other competitors.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would say we have to distinguish between different use cases when it comes to storage. Arweave provides permanent storage solutions on chain. So this also means at the same time that's very costly. So for 1 gigabyte to store permanently via Arweave, I think is $9 per gigabyte. Yeah. Obviously, the advantage of it is that that you have a very, very safe, protected environment on chain. You have a permanent guaranteed storage. But we have to say this is just really, or matters for just a really small set of or data set. For most of the real world data, this is probably not a wise decision from like a cost point of view. So we at Crust Network, we provide on-chain, but also mostly off-chain storage solutions, which are way more efficient and also are very cheap in costs. To just throw some numbers in the room, to store 100 terabyte, I'm talking about terabyte, 100 terabyte per year. Right now it is, I think, 20 cents.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you guys are, it's kind of a good example. I was talking to somebody recently about this. You don't have one storage provider out there for every bit of storage, on the internet. We have Dropbox and S3. Let's give those two examples. So I think they're totally different, correct? Was that kind of like that's kind of where you would put Arweave, more of a Dropbox solution, maybe more of a consumer facing. You guys are much more of a bigger scale S3 storage. Is that a good way to put it, maybe? Or
you would say Arweave is more for Arweave, I would say, is more for sensitive, very sensitive data, whereas at Crust Network, the IPFS network we are using obviously is like an open network. As soon as you have the CID file, you can retrieve this data. But we obviously work with encryption, so we also can offer kind of a Dropbox solution on our network. We actually just did so 1 week ago, but maybe we can talk later about that a little bit more. And also when it comes to technology, there are some major differentiators. But when it comes to competitors, I would say the most comparable is Filecoin, because it also uses IPFS, with the big differentiator that we are way more decentralized. We don't need any centralized services like bridges to bridge between our own protocol and the IPFS. So we're totally native to the IPFS protocol, and that also enables our users to directly interact with our chain and the IPFS protocol without having the need to go via third-party providers, for example, like it is the case with Filecoin. Yeah,
that's really cool. Nice. Yeah. And I saw it does seem like your guys' interface is very easy to use too, by the way. I was just going to comment on that. I did look through your documentation, and I saw you guys already have examples with, I think it was with WebSockets and stuff to set up with it. So it makes it easy. So definitely anybody technical here, take a look. So so from a technical perspective, how do you see Crust connecting and fully encrypting data and ensure privacy? Because I think privacy is probably that's probably where it, I mean, once you get through the technical hurdles, hey, it works for me. The solution is amazing. Say some big project and I want to put my data on the chain and I want to use you guys as a service provider. I'm happy with everything you guys offer. Then it probably becomes privacy. What is the biggest thing with privacy? How are you guys handling that? And what sets you guys apart for that?
Yeah, obviously privacy is a really important matter when it comes to data and the ownership of data. And yeah, as already mentioned, we use the IPFS protocol and environment, which already comes with like a standard kind of encryption, but that obviously wasn't enough for us. We added some additional security layers. And as already mentioned earlier, we utilize TEE. This is like a trusted execution environment on the local hardware, where everything we do basically is encrypted and can get encrypted. So even the node operators themselves, hosting and storing the user files, won't be able to access these files. And yeah, we also obviously are audited by security firms. And yeah, that's a really, really important point. And also, yeah, as soon as some kind of, let's say, tampering attempts are detected in the network, the nodes automatically will be punished. And our nodes also have to provide some kind of collateral in the mining process to ensure that, yeah, that the data stays untouched and remains as the user intends it.
Nice. So yeah, the data is secure and privacy is totally handled. Nice, very good, cool. And so getting past that, we have all that now. Talking more about from a technical perspective and everything else, and what you guys want to do as a company to get a parachain. What would that mean for your for your project? How would that benefit you guys? What do you guys plan on using the parachain for?
Yeah, obviously the entire Polkadot ecosystem is like a really exciting and interesting environment. It will enable a lot of new features we haven't seen yet in existing ecosystems. The idea and the concept of having a light chain with different parachains that will be able to interoperate seamlessly with each other is an idea that like something we really support. And we actually are already integrated or partnered with most of the parachain winners, like Moonbeam, for example, or Akala on the Kusama network. We already are integrated with them, and as soon as we see them launched, and we will be launched on the parachain, you will see a lot of integrations that actually will come to life, and we will able to leverage new utilities and use cases for Crust network within the ecosystem.
Nice. And yeah, I already saw. I think I read somewhere you guys are already really taking full advantage, trying to integrate with other projects, like you said just now with with cross-chain messaging and everything. So it's awesome. Very cool. So going further to trying to win this parachain, which is exciting. It's always a fun horse race, right? And I'm sure you guys are waiting and excited and wanting to see this come to fruition. So talking about how to incentivize, a lot of people are listening right now or are going to be watching the recording. I think a lot of people end up watching the recordings of this, but where would you see the rewards? How do you guys plan on rewards? What is your guys' plan to really get people, excited from a financial perspective? They're already, I think a lot of people are very excited about the project. The project's a cool project. Storage is amazing on the chain. But what kind of rewards are you guys distributing out?
Yeah. So I can share a link in the chat that leads to all details where we summed it up in an article. But overall, we will distribute around 1 million CRU within the parachain auction. That means per dot contributed, we have a formula of 0.2 CRUs. When we had the plan to actually where we actually made the plans for the tokenomics of the parachain auction, the CRU price looked a little bit different compared to the dot price. That's why it might not look too interesting. But you also have to say that compared to other projects, we might not offer too much of our token supply. I think there are projects that are offering up to 40% of their sure. actually supply. So for us, it's 5% of the supply we are offering for the parachain incentives. Yeah, that's cool. That's what we are offering right now.
Yeah, I always tell people look at the whole thing. Look at how much look how much it's actually going to get you as far as the price and everything. Because yeah, it's not all about the percentage of token distribution. It's not. There's a lot of factors in here and so much going on. And I know you guys have to keep a fair amount to pay the bills to keep the storage rolling. So definitely know it's expensive. So awesome. Yeah. Cool. So where are you guys at with development and the roadmap, and where do you plan to go from here? You know, what have you guys, and then also too, maybe mention too, have you guys, how have you guys had any, like where you guys are with distributing to customers and stuff like that? So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, as I already said, mainnet was launched 4 months ago in September last year. And since then, a lot of stuff actually happened. We integrated with basically most of the public chains, like Ethereum. We are compatible with all EVM-compatible chains. We are integrated with Binance Smart Chain, with Polygon, Solana, Near, L1, Flow. So that's quite a long list. And we offer storage services for all of those chains right now. And in the future, we will see even stronger integrations with them. So, which means that they actually can interact natively with our storage market, so that people can, for example, from Binance Smart Chain, can pay their storage fees in BNB, or Ethereum users can pay the storage fees in Ethereum. And that's something we are working on and is really interesting. From another point, we are working on some kind of smart data platform, so that you don't have just static data, that you actually can add smart contracts to specific data sets and program some kind of behavior to this data. And this, I can't talk to it about too much yet, but this will open totally new possibilities in how we can deal and monetize data in the future.
Very nice. Really cool. Really cool. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys have a lot going on and everything. It is really incredible to see, a good storage solution, especially on the Polkadot and Kasama network. Yeah, it's really cool to see. So, so we have a couple other things I want to talk to you. Do you want to tell us about the project's token itself and what are the uses of it? So maybe go over that.
Yeah, sure. So our mainnet token is called CRU. That's the Crust token. It's a utility token within our ecosystem, and it actually serves for many different use cases. Obviously, it serves as for transactional costs within the network. It is used to pay out our miners, but it's also mainly used, and it's the major use case, I would say, to pay for the storage resources. When you, for example, want to store your data on our network. It also uses as collateral, for example, for the node operators, that they provide the data in a safe manner. You can use it for staking. Actually, right now, we offer up to 80% APY to stake the token within our network. Yeah. And we also have an on-chain governance system where the token can be used for voting.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's one thing to point back. I want to loop back to that because personally, I'm backing you guys. I'm definitely putting some of my coins behind you guys. I think a lot of people that are wondering, they look at the tokenomics and they say, oh, well, they're only doing 5%. But then again, no, look at the use case of this token. This token's you're gonna need this token to actually get probably one of the most used tokens out there, use cases wise for token itself. So definitely wanted to point that out. So yeah, what are the Crest Network's use cases? So do you want to talk about that and like storage, hosting, maybe you want to talk about some of the use cases and kind of applications we'll kind of big pipe dreams of what we want to see things evolve to.
Yeah, you already correctly mentioned that that Crust Network will be widely used project in the future. We have the same opinion. If you just look into the Web 2 world, we see that I think 50% of all world's data is already stored in the cloud. I know from my personal experience, because I'm coming from the Web 2 world, that in the beginning it was a very hard process to convince customers to move from on-premise solutions to cloud solutions.
Yes,
there was a lot of skeptic, say 10, 15 years ago, when all of this movement started out. But yeah, look at us now. 50% of all our data is in the cloud. Nobody is asking about sensitivity or data breaches anymore. It's just a normal go-to thing. And I think actually the same will happen for decentralized storage. So cloud storage will become obsolete, the centralized one, and more data will move to decentralized and distributed storage solutions. Amazing. And also the amount of data itself is projected to double every 2 years from now on. And this shows you how much potential is within this industry and our use case itself. And yeah, as I already said, it's basically compatible with an S3 AWS server. Everything you can do on there, you can do on our network. We provide special solutions for NFT marketplace solutions, that you can mint your NFTs totally decentralized, that you can store them totally decentralized, yeah, also offer decentralized hosting solutions. For example, Uniswap and Aave are actually using our network to provide the front ends of their dApps right now.
Yeah.
So
amazing for uptime. You know, so like if eventually, you know, when more and more you know, like you said, once companies start trusting that the data can be on the blockchain and it makes sense to move over there, for like uptime, you know, because like, to give you an example, I have a small startup that I run on the side that does position scheduling software, and that application lives on AWS on EC2, and that's where I have it at, and I'm the one that maintains it myself. And it went down. What was it, a few weeks ago? Remember, AWS had an outage. Actually, I had 2 different outages, almost in a week, I think it was. And right away, I get messages from people, different hospitals were saying, hey, our data's down, you know, what's going on? And there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I do, and it stinks. And the whole day I was freaking out. It's rare that AWS goes down. And then, you know, then I started hearing the news that next thing you know, Netflix was down, this was down, this was down. And it was just like a bad day across the board. And, you know, so with that per se, if we jumping on to, you know, putting our stuff on the chain, the uptime, I'm guessing, probably all the time, pretty much, right?
At Crust Network, for example, we have on average 100 replicas distributed over the networks provided by individual nodes. So it doesn't matter if 1, 2, or even 20 of those nodes would go down, you still would have 80 other sources to pull the data from. And also our network protocol ensure that when one node goes down, and we monitor all that process all the time, that there will be another node picking up this data automatically. And that's how we incentive nodes as well. That's how our consensus is built and our protocols are built. And that way we totally eliminate the single point of failure, basically, and which enables uptimes of 100% basically.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Tell everybody, you know, I know you understand this because you've been a systems developer, obviously you built this thing, but tell a lot of people that, you know, like, this is a big deal because the amount of money, you know, you spend with AWS or you have up there, and when there's nothing you can do, and clients are calling you and complaining at you, even if it's only one day out of the year, it's a big deal. So the fact that you just solve that is monstrously huge, and I think I'm excited about it. So I can't wait till I can move over to it too.
So another really good thing that adds a lot of value to let's say homepage operators or website operators is that you don't have to mess with any server management any longer. So because IPFS is a content-based system, You just upload your content. All the server management is basically done by the node operators, and you're good to go by just providing your content to the network.
You got your CDN already set up for you. It's brainless. Awesome. That's beautiful. Cool. Very good to hear. Awesome. So, so are there any special activities you guys are providing right now? So, like, are you anything special? Any special things you guys are operating right now?
Yeah, we actually, as already mentioned in the beginning, we just launched our Crust Files application, which is basically a personal decentralized cloud storage solution. Just think Dropbox or Google Drive, just fully Web3 native and decentralized. So It's actually a really, really cool thing. There's no registration needed. It's totally private. You can log in with your Web3 wallet, like a MetaMask, and can start uploading files. And to promote this kind of product, we actually have a user rewards program that goes with it, and we incentivize this project with $50 million of rewards. So by using it and by referring it, you can actually get some CRU tokens. We have different lottery campaigns in the product itself, and I highly recommend you to check it out if you want to. I can actually provide you the link in the chat.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm definitely going to probably do that this weekend myself. So definitely recommend people check that out. Awesome.
It's really cool. And if you want to become a premium member right now, you have to deposit 3 CRU. With that, you get unlimited storage for as long as the 3 CRU are deposited. And if you don't like it, you even can redeem your deposit fully after 180 days.
Oh, wow.
So there's really nothing to lose with it. Just go through the event details, and if you're lucky, you even can win our big prize pools. I think our biggest one right now has almost 2,000 CRUs in it, and there will be one lucky guy who gets this pot.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah. So get on it, people. Very cool. So we have some community questions that we get to these really quick. So we have some community questions that were done. A couple of them that were really good. So I want to bring these up. One person asked, how do you get the community involved in the project? Because I think community, that's one of the things I'm keep harping, especially with Polkadot and Kusama, where, these projects were such a community-based platforms, and everybody, and so far the community-based ones are succeeding the most. I mean, look at Moonriver and Moonbeam. They've done a fantastic job with the community. Akala, Karara have done a fantastic job. Bifrost, I'd like to think that we are too, and there's some other ones that are really good. So where are you guys going with the community, and how do you look to build this, very strongly across the globe?
Sure. We have different communities, activities in place to spread the word about our project, to raise awareness, to educate users, and so on. Mostly, we have to say, in the past, this focused on the Asian region due to the origin of the founder team. But with the extension of our international team and our international employees, we also moved that out within other communities. And we have different kind of programs directed to different kind of target crowds. For example, for developers, we offer grants for projects that actually use our technology to build on top of it. So you can get technical support of us, and you can get financial support from us up to $30,000 if you somehow integrate with our technology, or if you come up with some new innovative ideas that benefit us. We have a lot of hackathons we are actually providing and sponsoring in different communities, for example, within the IPFS community itself. But we also just had one with Darwina within the hackathon. And so in that way, we're trying to build a community. But also in the marketing area, we have some rewards for, let's say, if you as a supporter for Crust Network want to do an AMA in a community, you also can get some rewards for that.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and paste it because I think this is a big deal. My personal opinion. I'm going to go ahead and send that. So if people want to read up on IPFS, I know I've heard you mention it multiple times, and and I'm familiar with it, but I know a lot of people should be. So if you're not, click that link, read some more. I think it'll help you really understand, what Crest is doing. So awesome, cool. That's beautiful. You guys have a lot going on there. And then what is the competitive advantage of your project? I know you briefly talked about it, but what are the advantages over most competitors? And then what are the projects secure? What would be your project secure most, like for the market wise and scalability, security, adaptability that you guys have going on? So maybe you want to touch on that one more time a little bit and go a little deeper, because I know somebody's asking now.
Yeah. Again, I would compare us to Filecoin because they basically provide solutions for the same use cases. On the technological side, we definitely have more efficient protocols. As already said, we don't need any GPU power. We don't need any high electricity costs. This eventually, due to the lower cost of maintaining and running the network, eventually will lead to lower storage prices in the long term, which we will be able to offer. Also, we are 100% permissionless. Filecoin, for example, operates on supernode architecture. You also need to buy in to operate a specific node. That's not necessary in our case. Everybody can provide storage resources, and other people can stake their coins on your machine. And also, from the usability point of view, we directly are native to the IPFS protocol. Every user can interact and call our chain and call our chain functionalities right from their wallet, and that's just not possible with Filecoin. They're not there yet. They're way harder to integrate, way harder to use, especially for end users. You basically always have to go via third-party providers or by second layer solutions.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, and I think ease of use is going to be the biggest deal. I mean, that's why I think AWS took off in such a way that it did. It was because of how easy it was to use and how easy developers got in there and changed. So yeah, because I think that's a big deal, the easy use. So, and I did look at your API. It looks very good and easy to use. I'm going to play with it more myself, but cool. Awesome. Well, that's a lot. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add? You guys really have an awful lot going on. Is there anything else you want to add or say to the community before we end this?
Well, yeah, I would advise you to just check out our social media channels. Especially, I would recommend our Medium channel. There you will find the most updated and comprehensive information about our project, about our accomplishments, and yeah, maybe just have a look at it. And you will find out that we're actually trying to solve real-world solutions, and especially within the context of Web3, the metaverse, and all of that. We can't just talk about decentralized apps when we still host our solutions on centralized infrastructure. That's half the truth only.
Yeah. I keep telling people this stuff is not pie in the sky stuff. I mean, if you go to your website and you look through the API and you can play with it and you can use it, whatever. I mean, you guys are already a usable product. That's a big deal versus, hey, we got all this crazy stuff coming and it's coming down the road. No, it's you guys actually have it, built out, which is really cool. So, so yeah, I recommend anyone to read up on IPFS first, I think, and then look at your guys' site, and I think you'll get excited. So cool. Well, thank you so
Maybe one last thing. Sorry for the IPFS.
Go for it. Take it.
To put it in a very, very easy context, you can compare like IPFS is a city with like a specific infrastructure, and Crust network is the Uber within the city, providing storage services and retrievals and whatever. So that's how you basically can see us. And
yeah, it's a standard. It's a standard. It's the easy thing to work with. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, because IPFS is an open standard, and it's really cool. So
definitely. And the most adopted one for sure.
Yeah. It's well. I mean, you go to that website, you read through it, you'll understand it pretty well. And yeah, I recommend anyone checking that out. So exciting stuff. Yeah, definitely. Well, I can't wait to see you guys win. So I'll definitely send you a congrats when you guys win, because I know it's coming around the corner. So I recommend anyone checking it out, and don't miss out this opportunity to back them. So thanks so much, Luda. Appreciate you. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and take care. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. You too.
Take care.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.